Hi, and welcome to the Community Spotlight. I'm Cheryl Girl, and we've got a great show lined up for you. Now, we've been doing some fun things up here, and the fun continues tonight. We've got a very special guest in from the West Coast, Miss Chanel Edwards. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Now, you are a publicist, right?
Yes.
So now, how long have you been in North Carolina doing that?
It's going on 5 months.
5 months? Oh, you're brand new to the Carolinas.
Brand new to the Carolinas.
Okay, well, now what made you move? Now, where on the West Coast were you?
I was pretty much all over. I am originally from the Bay Area, from Vallejo, California.
Vallejo, okay.
And lived in Southern California, worked out there in the entertainment industry as a booking agent. Moved back to Northern California and then made my way here to North Carolina.
Okay, so excuse me for being simple, but I just have to ask the questions as they come to me. What exactly does a publicist do?
A publicist has a wide variety of duties, basically. It's whatever is needed for the client. Some clients have me coordinate events for them, and some of them I do from booking gigs for them.
Right.
I also work on making sure that their name and brand stays out in the public, so I can be behind their social media. I can coordinate.
So it sounds like you're doing a whole lot.
Tons of things. Whatever is needed for that particular client is what I work on doing.
Okay, so now as far as clients go, is it just actors or?
No, I have been really, really, really blessed. I've been able to work with entrepreneurs, business owners.
Okay.
And also those who are in the entertainment industry, from comedians to athletes.
So I didn't even know businesses need publicists too.
Everybody can use a publicist.
Okay.
Anybody who is trying to make their brand or their product or themselves known, you can utilize the services of a publicist.
Okay, so I keep wanting to call you Cynthia because I have a friend named Cynthia,
It's okay.
but it's Chanel. And now, what is the name of your company?
I changed it twice, but originally CB Entertainment and Marketing Group. So
Okay.
yeah.
So now that you're here in North Carolina, what types of projects have you been working on, and what type of clients have you been working with? Anybody we know?
Well, I don't want to talk about the new client yet because we haven't made it official, but he is someone that you do know.
Ooh.
I think everyone in Charlotte probably knows him.
Okay, you got to give us like a little clue.
Let's just say that
athlete.
let's just say that he does a lot in the film.
A lot in the film. Oh,
A lot with
okay.
film.
Interesting.
And I'm working with an amazing person by the name of Natalia. And she is working on her first reality show.
Oh, wonderful.
And it's called Hunger for Success.
And they're filming here?
They're filming here in the Carolinas.
Okay, cool.
And it's going to be a show that is uplifting, encouraging, and it's going to be showing people that are starting from the ground, starting either their nonprofits or they're trying to get out of tough situations and into something better. You're going to see their rough beginnings and their amazing ends.
So the story is about, what is it, about a nonprofit or something?
It depends on who we're focusing on.
Oh, okay, so like a series.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be a series. And so, like I said, you could be, say you have a nonprofit that you've been trying to get off the ground, you just cannot get the funding, but you're trying to do it all yourself. You're using your own funding. We capture that. We capture your humble beginnings in that area. Or if you're struggling, you've had life challenges, difficulties, addictions, but you're climbing out of that hole. We like to, we cover that, we capture that. Just giving a positive spin to what we're seeing right now.
Okay, so well, now let's talk about that. I'm going to do two things. Let's talk about putting a positive spin on things. Now, as a publicist, a lot of times we don't really hear about the publicist doing anything until somebody's in trouble.
Yes.
So now, first of all, how do you deal with that? Damage control.
Damage control, yeah.
You get the phone call at 3 o'clock in the morning. I just got arrested. What's the publicist do?
Well, number one is to get onto social. Now we have so many avenues when it comes to being in media.
Right.
Different media outlets. So number one, you get onto any social media outlet that you can, or any blog site, anything that the public is going to see, and try to, I don't want to say make up a different story of what they're about to hear.
Give them a different perspective.
But give them a different perspective. Give take the story that originally is about to come out, or you know the issue that's about to be exposed,
Right.
and make sure you have either something behind it, something positive behind it, in order to kind of make light of the situation.
Okay, well, let me ask you this, because it recently, Lamar Odom was in the headlines.
Yeah.
And you work as a publicist, so if you had gotten that 4 a.m. phone call and your client's calling from a brothel,
Yeah.
you know, in Vegas, even though it's legal and there's drugs and all that kind of stuff, what would you have done? Put you on the spot, Chanel.
See,
Because it seems like that'd be like either a great opportunity or a
Yeah.
nightmare
Yeah.
for someone who works as a publicist.
with Lamar Odom, knowing his background,
Right.
and knowing that he has had difficulties with drugs,
Yes.
and also death. You know, he's surrounded by death.
He's had a lot of
Yeah,
issues.
a lot of people have passed.
See, she's
in
already spinning it. She's
in
already
his
spinning.
life.
Yes. Okay.
I don't think that I would have played the airing of the TV show, The Kardashians, being an issue and why he was there at the brothel, but I probably would have made note of the fact that he just lost his best friend, that he also was involved in a car accident that hit a young man.
See, I hadn't even heard that part of it. Okay.
And so probably he needed to get away.
Right.
And his
to a brothel.
Yeah, and unfortunately, some people deal with their issues differently.
Right,
Some
you're
people
right.
use
And I'm
sex,
making light of it, but people.
and some people use
Yeah.
sex. Some people use drugs. He did both, but he's an overcomer, and he's an amazing, nice person. Anybody that you interview knows that he's a nice person. So that's just a character flaw, but that doesn't mean that he's just this bad guy. He just found himself in a bad situation, and he's turning it around. He's going to pull through, and I believe that he's going to turn it around.
Well, you've done a great job of putting a very positive spin on that.
Yeah.
So then let's talk about the inspirational part of it, because I don't think I've ever really talked to anybody who does marketing or works as a publicist who talked about inspiring anybody.
Oh, yeah.
So now, what when you say that, what do you mean by being inspiring or putting an inspirational spin on it?
I started working in the business literally when I was 16.
Okay, so
I saw a
you're
lot of
only
stuff.
about 17.
Thank you. I admit I'm proud to be in my 30s.
Bless
but
your heart, girl.
yes,
You better represent.
I'm proud to be in my 30s. Now I'm proud to be in my 30s. I would deny it recently. But I saw a lot of stuff. Being young and living in Hollywood, you
Right.
see things. And I saw that success in the entertainment industry can make demons out of people that wouldn't have been a demon, wouldn't have had difficulties, or would have been, positive and great people. And so I decided that once I got older, I had to grow up. I had to become a mature adult. I decided that I wanted to do nothing but positive things.
Well, did you have to go through something personally?
I had to personally go through things.
Okay, see, and that's what people
Yeah.
want to. We always want to know the
yeah.
story behind the story.
When
And
you're trying to break into an industry, especially in Hollywood, you kind of fall into some traps. Hollywood is full of holes.
I'm from Salisbury, North Carolina country.
Oh,
It's a small
man.
town. There are probably as many people in my entire city as there might have been just, in your neighborhood.
Yeah.
So when you say go through some things.
Gosh, the pressure of being around, you want to be around celebrities, so there is a cost when you're around celebrities. You can be put in situations.
And let's keep it real, as a young woman.
As a young woman, especially when you're a young woman and you're trying to break into the industries, men will automatically assume that you're interested in giving more.
Way more, I'm sure.
For your opportunities. And I won't say any names.
Okay.
But I've had
Give us
experience.
a hint.
Oh man. I've had experience. I've had people in high positions set me up on dates.
Really?
Yeah, trying to.
Now, did you know it was a date, or did you think it was
No,
an
I thought it was a
audition?
business opportunity.
Really?
I thought it was a business opportunity, and come to find out it. And they don't understand. For a young woman, it's like, this is what you do. When I started working in the agency, it was very difficult for me because I was working with an all-black agency, one of the only all-black agencies at the time, and we had Usher, Ames Cameron. We had a lot of a lot of
You're
big
dealing with some big names.
We had a lot of big names, but it was really difficult to stay out of trouble because I was invited to go to places that I probably never would have dreamed of.
Well, did you ever do anything fun and exciting? I mean, because it's good, you talk about it like, oh yeah, I realize, but I think that I probably would have recognized that I was in trouble till I was in the moment. So
You don't recognize until you're actually in the
So
moment.
what was the moment when you were like, I think my grandma told me about this?
Oh, I was dating a professional basketball player.
Oh, that's a lot of drama right there.
It was a lot of drama, and gosh, I have a testimony, but I can't. I will be here all night.
But you can tell us a little bit because, see, I think a lot of times when you sit down and talk to someone,
Yeah.
you think you're going to talk about one thing and it's
talk
about
about
something
something
else.
else, yeah.
So let God use you.
Yeah.
Somebody needs to hear it.
I have never really shared. Yeah, I was dating a professional basketball player. And again, I was used to going to parties. I was used to seeing celebrities. I was used to hanging out. I had managed to stay away from drugs. I had managed to do that. But just when you're young, you want to be around those people. There is you have to be careful. So I wasn't careful. I allowed him to take advantage of me. I allowed him to manipulate me. And I just fell into that love and hip hop mess.
Wow.
That love and hip hop mess.
So just like drama and drink throwing.
It was constant. It was constant.
What?
It was constant drama. Just being violated in every single way because of who he was.
Really? I mean, when you say that,
Yeah.
raped?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
What? That's incredible.
Yeah. And I never really. Actually, I think this is the first time I ever publicly shared that. I shared that with a friend of mine, and I'll never forget her response. That's what they do. That's what she told me.
Oh,
and so
wow.
I never told anybody.
Well, let me just say this. That's not acceptable.
Oh no.
And you used some words here that I have to say something. You said I think you're kind of taking responsibility for it. But that someone did something to you and it wasn't okay.
Yeah, it took a long time for me to
You have to
not
learn.
take
I mean,
that.
you learn
Yeah.
later, but it's always wrong.
It's always
for someone
wrong.
to take advantage of
Oh,
you.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
So I mean, was there ever any violence or anything like that?
Oh yeah, he stalked me for a long time after that.
Wow.
Because of who he was, and he could do it.
He could get away with it.
Oh yeah, he could do it, and he made when I was out in Los Angeles, like I said, I saw some things, experienced things, but it strengthened me. At that time I was 19.
19.
So
That's
I
really
only
very
had one
young.
boyfriend.
Oh my gosh.
I only had
one boyfriend.
No, I only had one boyfriend that I dated from 14 until I got into college.
Wow.
So I didn't.
And he went straight to drama.
Yeah, straight to that.
That's a lot.
And didn't really know who I was. I thank God though, because what was an eye opener is that I started to attend Bishop Noah Jones Church City of Refuge. A neighbor of mine invited me, and at that time I wasn't going to church. I grew up in the church, but I wasn't going to church.
Now, when you say you grew up in the church, are you PK parents?
No, but my family, you could just say the church was nothing but family. Our whole family was
preachers and deacons and.
on my dad's side, my grandfather was a pastor.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So my great grandfather actually was a pastor. I'm sorry, and very, Baptist, in church. Grew up, but as I ventured out, obviously strayed from the church, and I didn't go to church or anything at all. I was working on becoming successful.
A career.
Just working on becoming successful, working on being something big in LA. And so after the incident, when I was violated by him, oh my God, I needed to find something that made me feel whole again, because I had completely just was like, I didn't come out here for this. I can't believe I'm experiencing this. And it was scary, but I started
It's scary hearing it now.
Oh yeah. And like I said, I have never really told anybody, except for I do work with women's groups privately. My family didn't even know.
Right.
Still don't know. Probably will know now. But work with women's groups to inform women on being careful. Just because you're in a relationship with somebody, no one's always no.
Always.
But I thank City of Refuge because I found comfort in those people there. They really took me in and gave me my strength back. And I was able to, because I had stopped going to parties. And as a publicist, at that time I was a booking agent. You have to kind of go out because you have to network.
So there's a double jeopardy here.
Oh yeah, you have to network.
I mean, but I just want to make sure that we're all clear about it.
Yeah.
You're working as a publicist. You're this guy's booking agent, but working in the whole media field, and you're someone's girlfriend. So not only is your relationship turned upside down and crazy, but your job.
Yeah, I didn't want to go out. I didn't want to meet people. I didn't want to be bothered. I didn't want to talk to people.
Now, this is why you were working for an agency? Did they know? Were they aware of what's going on?
They were too busy
making money.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, I wasn't close to anybody there. I just was learning, which was. I would say that my mentor, who was my boss, I was semi close to her because I was learning from her, but I didn't confide in anybody and tell anybody what was happening, what went on. I kind of kept it to myself, but especially when I told my closest friend, and when she said that, I was just like, is this how it is to date? Again, I had never dated. I only had one boyfriend. And so I'm 19. This guy was older. I had no experience and knowing. I knew that I was lucky to be in LA. I was having access to things that people would love to have access to. I was grateful to be there. I was dating somebody that was making money and and able to wine and dine me and take me out.
But at what cost?
And he was a gentleman. Believe me, he was a gentleman the whole time. He talked about the Lord. All of a sudden, the man didn't know Jesus. He didn't know God. He flipped, and I said no to too many times, and he couldn't take it anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
How long? Well, the thing of it, let's talk about this because that's so traumatic to go through. Yeah. Somebody's going to hear you right now, Chanel.
Yeah.
And it's a young girl, young boy, young man who's been in that same situation, and they haven't told anyone. So what advice would you give them? Because somebody's going through it right now. Tell. But if you tell somebody and you don't get the right response, then
I'm talking about tell authorities.
Oh, tell the authorities.
And that's, I think, especially in our culture. As far as African American.
Okay.
We can look at it in with a blind eye. He just wanted, and that's how young women do. I've talked to so many young women that it's happened to. Never did they tell authorities. They told a friend, but a friend can't do anything.
Well, did you feel like people wouldn't believe you?
No,
you were worried more about the backlash?
It wasn't that. I knew I couldn't tell my mom or my sister.
Why?
Because they would have been hunting somebody down.
Okay.
And then it would have been, I would have had to go through things.
Okay, so the thing of it is it's important right now. If we're going to tell somebody who's been through this situation, tell.
Yeah, tell. So, if I would have,
my daddy's going to kill them if we tell it. So then what do you do? Not back then, right now. There's somebody's daddy who'll pull out a shotgun if their baby comes home and says someone raped them. Tell.
Because back then, I didn't want my mother to, because she would have told me, come back home.
Oh.
You can't be out there. I was living, working in Hollywood, living in downtown Long Beach, so it was already scary because when you live downtown anywhere, you don't park where you live. Right. You got to find a parking. So walking home by myself, I was coming home from, events. You come home
2, 3, 4,
whatever, know, and so
then you got to park and walk.
And then you have to park and walk. I'm by myself. I didn't have any relatives where I lived, so my mom was already worried.
Right.
And I have a twin sister. My twin sister was already not excited about me being out there. It's kind of like how I am now here, living here. And so I just knew that if I was to tell my mother what happened, I was gonna go home. I was gonna lose my dreams. I was gonna go home. And then when and then when my mom, my friend said that to me, I felt like, oh, okay, this happens. Just being young and naive.
But the thing of it is, you said you went to the church, the Refuge.
Oh yeah, I went to the City of Refuge.
And you found something that gave you strength.
Yes.
And today you're sitting here with your own agency doing your own thing. Yeah. So it's something that you can get through.
You can get through because you don't give that person the power. I let it go. I confronted him. He called. Believe it or not, somehow this man was able to contact me about 1.5 years after I had left, and he apologized.
Oh, really? I didn't think that's what you were going to say. Because I've had friends who have been attacked, not like jump out the woods attack, but have dealt with sexual violence, and a years later, you look on Facebook, and you know how people pop up from college, high school,
Oh yeah.
and see their attacker on Facebook,
Oh yeah.
on social media.
Yeah.
But this guy called and apologized.
Yeah.
What did he say?
Well, it's, trying to get back, I guess.
Trying to
Yeah.
trying to like regroup on the relationship.
Yeah. Was like he was going through things, making excuses
Really?
for his behavior.
That is very arrogant.
Yeah. The night that it happened was, it was scary. But I like I said, not having the ability to I didn't have experience when it came to relationships and dating. So I didn't know. I listened to my mom's advice. I never let him come in. That particular night I did.
Wow.
And so I wish to tell women, young girls, be careful. We do have to be mindful of even the people that we date. You want to be a good girl. You want to not be out there.
Famous words, good girl.
Be careful.
As a good girl, we end up blaming ourselves when things don't go exactly the way we think they should have. Because it's, we carry a lot of the burden. So more importantly than what he said, what did you say?
Oh, I cussed him out.
Oh yeah, okay, thank you, good.
Oh yeah. Oh, I
let all that church girl go.
I tell people, I'm saved. I'm not perfect. Okay. Yeah, I tell people to say, I'm forgiven. You got
okay.
Excuse me. No, he got cussed out. Yeah, I cussed him out. I threatened him.
Really?
There was nothing, and then I repented when I hung up the phone, and asked God to forgive me because we have to, somebody asked for forgiveness, but I let him know that because he did not want to acknowledge.
Call it what it was.
No, you're going to call it that exactly. No, you're going to admit to
it
what you did.
It wasn't a little just mix up, it was a rape.
No, yeah, you're going to admit to what you did.
Wow.
And, you stalked me. You had women stalking me. You did all kind of things.
Okay, you have to explain that.
Oh, yeah.
How did he have women stalking you?
Yeah.
Groupies like call you?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Right on my car.
Oh, like stalk you, like harass you, stalk you. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And, it was an experience. But my experience is there's people that have had way worse experiences. When I started working with women and listening to their stories, I thank God it could have been way worse than what I experienced. And so,
But we still can't minimize it. Wrong,
no,
is
and
wrong,
you can't
bad is bad.
You can't minimize it, but I can say that I'm blessed that I don't have something worse to tell.
In fact, you've got a better story to tell because, once again, we're sitting here talking about your company and being a publicist, and I would think that anybody working you would be very blessed, especially a young lady or a young artist, because you've been through the storm. You've been through the storm, and that inspiration, that when you've got a story of your own to tell, I think it makes a huge difference. Now, does that make you approach your clients in a different manner?
It really does.
And so how was that different from how you were approached when you were on the West Coast and someone was working with you, to how you go to them now?
I'm opposite of what I was trained, because we're trained to look at people as package, as product. And so it doesn't leave room for me to be personal with you. It doesn't leave room for me to make a relationship with you unless you're making me a lot of money.
Right.
Then I owe you to become your support or your friend. And that's not how I am. So anybody that you see me work with, I truly believe in that person. And I truly feel that person either is going to be good for their community or whatever their endeavors are, or I believe that I can help them get to the next level, and we both can work very well together.
So it sounds like you won't work with just anybody.
I will not. No.
Well, let me ask you, because it seems like now when you look at something like The Voice or American Idol, you have a lot of people who come out and they can sing, and I mean they're really, really amazing, the best voices, but they don't look the part.
Right.
They're not that size zero. They're not, you know what I'm saying? They're not that little package. They're of a certain age, or there are a lot of things.
And I hate to be mean. I don't want to say this to be mean, because I love her. So it's not to be mean. But look at Jennifer Hudson.
You took the words out of my mouth. I love
She
her.
was not what you would consider. Now, if we remember how she looked when she came
right.
out, she would not be
before
what you
Weight
would,
Watchers, before
when
David
she came out
Otunga.
the first season, when she came out the first episode of when
Right.
she was on American Idol, her style, her poise,
But her voice.
was amazing.
Her voice was amazing.
And it still is amazing. It's still powerful. But now she looks different. She
does.
walks differently. She is different. I believe that anybody can be made and created into whatever it is that they're trying to become. So if you're an actress, but you don't feel, you feel awkward, you feel like, I have something talented, I can read lines well, I can remember lines well, but I just don't look the part.
Right.
Let me tell you something. Get some hair, some contacts, something is, you can always make your, I have a plaque that I have in my room. And it's, life is not about finding yourself, life is about creating yourself.
Life is not about
Finding
yourself.
Life is about creating yourself.
I love that.
And I use that.
you can create
You can
fabulous.
create anything.
You
I can make
can.
you believe that with the right hair, the right clothes, I can make you think that I'm a true diva. Or I can make you think that I'm Little Miss Nice Girl. I can look so sexy. You be like, well, where's she coming from?
Who's this?
It is depending on how you package yourself and how you behave, and those are things that you can be taught. So when I work with people, and I have worked with people that are new as far as artist wise. Let's just say artists, and they're rough. They're rough.
You go in and you know how to smooth the edges.
Yes, you're rough. Let me get you a stylist. Whatever I can't do for you, let me find somebody that can help. Let's get you a coach. And we start building a team.
You have you know what it takes. Because besides your experience, with the booking and being a publicist on the West Coast, you also have done acting.
Yes.
And you've been a stylist yourself.
Yeah.
So you're coming in with an experienced eye.
Yeah.
And that makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
So if people are watching right now, they're thinking, how much does all that cost?
Okay.
And then here's the thing. When you start talking about cost, I think a lot of times you'll see those commercials where they're like, get your child in the movies, and then you go and they do the audition, and you end up buying all these crazy photographs, like spending thousands of dollars, and they get nothing.
That's what we call a scam.
A scam.
That is a scam, and don't make me call out names, okay? Because I will call. I have taught acting for the camera in LA.
Okay.
I taught it a number of years, and one of the things I used to do is I used to give you a paper that would tell you who the scams are, and they are big name people, big name businesses. Anytime that you go anywhere and they ask you for money up front, run.
Okay.
A booking agent will never ask for money up front. A booking agent, you can find their license. You can find their
license.
Yes.
See, now here's the thing. Here's what we're going to have to do. Chanel, you have been so amazing and given us such great information. You have to promise to come back.
Oh, yeah.
And if people want to get in contact with you, do you have a website?
I do.
What is it?
I do. You can find me on www.ilovebeing.saved.
I love being saved.
Yes, .com. Or Facebook, Chanel Edwards.
Okay, because we got to talk more because you've told me too many amazing things. We got some great stories we got to finish up. Thank you so much for coming out to the Community Spotlight. You are fabulous.
Thank you.
And I know you have made a difference in someone's life tonight.
I really hope so.
You have. Thank you guys for joining us. We're going to have Chanel Edwards back. We're going to find out more about the business. And you come back next week. Make sure you keep it locked in to the Community Spotlight. I'm Cheryl Girl. Thank you for your time. And thank you, Chanel.